Hey everybody, this is Ryan Siva from the homesteadconsultant.com, and I am supposed to be a professional homestead consultant. And the reality is my homestead is a complete disaster right now. So I'm going to take you around and give you a little bit of a view of how bad it's gotten, how I prioritize what I leave go when I have to, and what's going on here, because the reality is that things aren't nearly as perfect as most YouTubers or Instagram influencers or whoever wants to show you. And so I'm going to show you what a real homestead looks like when it has to be neglected because there's bigger, better things to take care of on the homestead. And when everything can't get done, you have to pick and choose. So I'm going to talk a bit about that and show you some of my embarrassing moments, because things have gotten pretty bad. I've actually been out doing a lot. Whoa, that's slick. I've been out doing a lot of festivals and things, and so I haven't been home for most of the spring and summer on the weekends when I'd usually get all my work done. So today, let me show you my humiliating moments in being a homesteader and help you understand that it's not all sunshine and roses, and sometimes your homestead just isn't going to be perfect. So now we're coming up on my stone line and mini orchard chicken coop area, and see how overgrown that is. Oh yeah, and see those ladders? Those have been there for like 2 years, maybe longer. I need to repaint the backside of my house, and I keep not getting to it. So it's not getting done yet. But you can see just how overgrown this area is that I normally keep trimmed down pretty nicely. Hey Puddle, how are you doing? Oh, and Puddle in the other duck's pond. Yeah, it's gross. Normally, I'd be using that to water the garden to increase my fertility in the garden. Yeah, I haven't had time to. We also had small ducks, juvenile ducks in here. And so we threw a tarp over the top to give them some shade and some protection. And you know what? One of our juvenile ducks got halfway eaten by a snake that couldn't possibly eat the size of ducks that were in there, and then spat out, but it was dead. So now those have been moved back to the brooder. So that didn't go great. Oh, look, it's our garden. Let me give you a quick tour of what our garden's looking like. Typically, I'd have all of these blackberries tipped and nicely strung through our trellises and along our fence. You can see how there's all kinds of weeds there. Our tomato plants are going nuts. They've way outgrown this. I haven't gotten to trim them, prune them back, do any of that work. Cucumbers are doing well. The sweet potatoes are actually doing quite well, but you can see we've got a lot of weeds and other things. Down here we've got even more weeds. Oh, and look, our cilantro is about to turn into coriander. That's nice. A whole bunch more sweet potatoes, but you can see I've just got a lot of weeds, a lot of stuff undealt with. All of the trellising of the tomatoes has been ignored. Oh, look. There's our unpainted house again. Additionally, I just ripped out all of the summer squash, zucchini and things, because there was vine borer on it, which is pretty typical for this time of year, so that's fine. But we had so many, you couldn't even shake a stick at them. I knew there was a stick around here somewhere. Let me try. In an effort to have fun, on one of the few weekends I was here, we put plastic on the lawn down the yard and had a really fun slip and slide. This has been sitting here for 2 weeks because I haven't been able to deal with it. I bet it's totally dead underneath. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and look at that. There's a pile of trash because I used my trailer a couple of weeks ago to move materials over to a client's house. And since then, our trash has gone here instead of in the trailer and then to the dump where it's supposed to go. I've got a whole trailer load of random weird stuff that I've had to throw in there and haven't had a chance to sort out and take care of. I've got dead batteries that I've changed out. I've got my wood chipper. All this stuff should be put away and organized and cleaned up, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But this is kind of the typical stuff on a homestead that you'd end up piling for a little bit and then taking care of. So this is kind of more typical clutter that I would have. Here's my homestead priority filter when I'm going through a tough time and need to pare back a bit. First of all, will it die, break, or be unsafe? You need to do that now. Secondly, will it get worse, cost more? Do that thing next. Make that your next priority. And then third, if it doesn't fall into either of those two buckets, it can wait. Like me mowing my grass 3 weeks later. Even though beauty is a major priority for me, it's not my first priority. It's something that we can let slip a little bit as we try to get bigger things done. In my case, I really need to grow my businesses. I need to make things work. I need to be able to do that in such a way that I can afford to have my wife and kids stay home, to do homeschooling for the kids, to afford all of the things we need, and to prioritize high quality food and other things rather than being entirely focused on beauty, the beauty of the landscape, or the perfection of the homestead, because Instagram and YouTube generally don't tell you the truth. They don't tell you or show you the other side of the camera. And so hopefully this has given you an opportunity to see the other side of the camera, realize that it's not perfection. It's not all easygoing. Things take a long time. They're hard to do. And there's messes involved. There's imperfections involved. And you've got to build in the slack and the leeway to be able to actually function and manage in your life, or you'll burn out. Or worse, things will start dying and you won't be able to function on your property anymore. You might even have to give up and sell, or you might just not want to do it anymore because it's so stressful. So give yourself some grace and go get your hands dirty. Till next time, have a good one.